Everybody, our president is running late, so I'm going to go ahead and start the meeting. Forgive my voice, I have laryngitis, so if you can't hear me, I'd be glad to repeat myself. This is the July 11th, 2024 meeting of the Daea Board. I'd like to call to order. Jordan, can we do the roll call?
John Smoot. David Call.
That's me. John's on his way.
On his way. Bobby Eggleton.
Here.
Brett Hodgson. Destiny Newcomb. Rob Vanatter.
Here.
Okay, we have a quorum.
Okay, we need action on the June 6th.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as posted.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. It's time for citizen concerns. Attention to the public. All comments should be directed at the agency. Please request to be recognized by the chairman of the agency prior to public comments. This public hearing is held to receive comments and is not a forum for debate. Please limit comments to 5 minutes or less. This would be comments relative to anything that is not on the agenda. If it's on the agenda and you want to speak, then you come up and speak at the time when your case number is being discussed. Okay, otherwise, we will proceed to unfinished business.
Okay.
And, everybody, you can see the photographs that will go along with what Jordan's talking about on your iPads. It's file 03.
Our first case for unfinished business is Daea case 2023-20 at 173 Thompson Road in Culloden. Just an update on this one. We have been unable to locate the property owner, so a legal notice has been posted for that purpose. It was run on the 4th, and then it runs again today to serve as notification for the property owner. So we'll be able to discuss it.
Pull your mic a little closer.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you. So the
Sorry about that.
The green card has not been returned?
Well, we had spoken with the property owner's son, who refused to get us in touch with the property owner. So that person still has not been notified. This complaint was received back in June of 23. So we've been trying to get this done for a year. So now we have posted a legal ad for public notification to consider them notified. And that is running for the second time today. So in 30 days, we'll be able to do motion on this.
Is this the one I visited a couple times?
It's in Culloden. It's just that on burned out foundation.
It's just a burnt down foundation?
Yeah,
Okay, I have
yeah.
not. Okay, thank you. But the son is refusing to give information?
Yeah. Yep, he says that he is not in contact with them and that he had forwarded our letter to his brother, but he wouldn't provide contact information for them. Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so then on the second one, it is for Daea case 2023-41 at 558 Sunnybrook Drive in Hurricane. We do have the property owner here to speak today. He has come into the office. He actually made it yesterday. We had a mix-up on the meeting date. A follow-up inspection was completed on June 24th, so you have pictures from that date there to look at. And he is here to request a 90-day extension on his effort.
Yeah, I just need more time.
didn't I stop you in that truck one time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that truck legal now?
Yes, sir. But yeah, I just need a little bit more time. Truck was down, I'm working on it. I mean, I don't know what pictures you got. It made look worse because I'm moving stuff from out back out front to haul out from there, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, understand that this board is here to help you, not to hurt you, okay?
Right.
But more importantly, we are here to help the community of Putnam County. That's a nice neighborhood.
Right.
That's a nice house. You would do yourself a favor and everybody a favor by making sure that this is taken care of, and not just this time, but to keep it up. Okay?
Right.
If we decide to give you another 90 days, we would expect this to be done well before the 90 days. Okay.
Moving as fast as I can. I mean,
So, and I understand you work, and we all work, but we also all have to take care of our stuff, so. 90 days gives him till what?
It'll be October 11th.
Your word?
Yeah,
All right. Man's only as good as his word, right?
that's right.
All right. I make a motion, we give him 90 days.
I'll second that.
We have a
Thank you all.
motion- We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next, we'll have Daea case 2023-04 at 11 Bountiful Lane in Winfield. At the Daea board meeting on May 2nd, they were granted a 60-day extension on this and their adjacent property. And so that time has come to a close, and a follow-up inspection was done on June 25th. So you have photos showing their progress there. Minimal.
Has there been progress? Not there.
Yeah, I feel like they have sort of made progress on their main house, but the trailer at Bountiful Lane hasn't quite, I don't really see much of any improvement over there.
There's a house and a trailer, or there's two trailers?
It's just the one.
Just one trailer? And nobody's living in it, correct?
Right.
I've been out there a few times, and
Well, do you have any comments from the landowners?
The last time that we spoke with them, this one's actually been kind of a mess. We sent a certified letter to the deceased owner's wife of the person that was listed as owning the structure, the trailer itself. She came to the office and said that they didn't own that. She'd never known about it. It's not her. So then it was determined that there was a mix-up with the assessor's office. And so then we were in contact with the property owner, the person who owns the land and the house that sits also on this land. That's a separate case. And let them know that they were responsible for cleaning up both places because it's on their land. And they had requested 60 days to clean up their.
So the date on our case here, 2404, that's really not accurate because she wasn't notified until a later time, correct?
Right.
Make a motion, we give her 60 days.
I'll second the motion.
we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Ayes have it. Sheriff, was that motion 60 days? Was that 60?
Yes, 60.
Yes, 60 days.
Thank you.
They requested 60s, so we give them 60. Okay.
Yeah. The next case is case 2024-05. This is 42 Black Lake Run Road in Winfield. We had, let's see here, given them a time to clean this up, 90-day extension, and so that has come to a close. They reached out this morning and sent pictures that you all have there printed off of the progress on the property. I think it looks great, actually, the mess is
And I
cleaned
think
up.
he's represented by counsel, so
Yes, and James
Jamie?
Atkins is here to speak on that.
Jamie, it's you go ahead, sir.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for your opinions on that. When we met, just for the record, the court made certain findings and made some suggestions and gave us 90 days to get it all cleaned up. I think the two most important things, although there are a number of findings, the two most important things were that the cars all needed to be moved and we needed anything that was unsightly or unsafe put out of the way or moved, and there was a suggestion by the board collectively to have a fence built. And what we've attempted to do is give you some photos that, number one, were from the same kind of angle as the first photos, so you could compare. You'll also notice a fence, and the cars have been moved, and it appears to me that my client has removed most or all of the unsightly or unsafe materials. And so we thank you for the 90 days time. It appears to me that the client used that, hopefully to the board's satisfaction. We'll ask that the matter be dismissed.
Is there any other comments from the public?
Make a motion to dismiss this case.
I second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. All right, ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor, for your help with this.
Yes, sir.
All right, next case, 2024-06.
Yep, this is 167 Blacklick Run Road in Winfield. There was an inspection conducted on May 20th that noted the property had been cleaned up, in my opinion, to meet the standards.
Make a motion to dismiss this case as well.
I second it.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. And next case, 2024-08.
And this one is at 1059 North Poplar Fork Road in Hurricane. This one, we have finally gotten the property owner notified. I think it's worth noting that the certified letter card came back to me without a signature. However, I received an email from the property owner this morning confirming that they had received our letter. And they were requesting 90 days to get this property cleaned up.
When did you receive their email?
This morning,
Okay.
yeah.
On to that.
Finally, the right people have been notified and have indicated they're going to clean it.
Yeah, both property owners are now notified, and the one who's taking responsibility for cleanup has said 90 days. Yeah.
Just to-
I'll make a notion they receive 90 days.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Okay, and then we'll move on to case 2024-12. This is at 485 Woodland Drive in Nitro. And we did receive the green card back from their certified letter on May 15th, but they have not contacted our office. We voted at the last meeting in June to conduct another inspection and give them some time to respond, and that was done on June 26th, so you have photos there for that.
But they just now responded?
They have not contacted us at all, so, but they've had 30 days since notification to make progress.
And we did get the green card back.
Yes, May 15th.
Well, why don't we put this off to the next day of board meeting, see if there's any communication from the landowner. And I'll make that as a motion if it need be.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Ayes have it. 30 days, we'll discuss this at the next meeting, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, next case, 2024-13, 124 Hanning Drive, Poca.
Okay, so at 124 Hanning Drive in Poca, we did a 30-day extension granted on the June 6th meeting, and so another inspection was conducted on June 26th to check for progress. I'm still receiving complaints from the neighbors regarding the mess not being cleaned up. They did make, at first, some obvious progress, but there is still a lot of debris around.
Where's the progress photographs? Do we have them? Right there.
Yeah, I have some photographs from the complainant, but the property owner has not been in contact with us since she received an extension to clean up.
I was just out here the other day.
They're not working very hard at it, are they?
The property owner is a landlord, and she hired someone to come in and clean up, and they supposedly brought like an excavator or something out there to clean, and so like a lot of the large debris and stuff that was out there was cleared up, but there was a mess kind of left behind that's not been addressed.
And they appear to be not in the progress of, or process of doing anything else?
No, not based on the last.
This is a continuous accumulation of household waste as well behind us.
I make a motion, we move this to the commission.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Ayes have it. This will be moved on to the county commission. Next case, 2024-17,
Okay. so-
377 Scott Depot Road.
Yeah, 377 Scott Depot Road. This is one where the property owner was in the middle of getting a new garage delivered. And so she had that set up approximately June 20th to store some of the vehicles that they keep as project cars. And then they were supposed to have also cleared the brush that they had actually removed a tree to make space for their new garage. So a follow-up inspection was done on June 24th to note her progress. You have photos there from that. No, she hasn't said anything since she emailed me her timeline and request for us to visit again after her garage was installed.
What was her timeline? When does she want you to look at it again?
We had voted that we would look at it again at the end of June because she was getting her garage June 20th. So that is the inspection from June 24th, was just a few days after she was supposed to have gotten that garage. So we had only extended her cleanup for 30 days in waiting for that time.
Have we had a reinspection? Have you looked at it again?
Just June 24th.
And what, your opinion is what?
You can see that they have definitely dealt with a couple of the cars that were on the property, and they have been moving some things into their garage. I feel like maybe our inspection was a little soon after the delivery of the garage for them to have it completely cleaned up. I would expect that she would probably get this done in the next 30 days.
Make a motion, we give them 30 more days, do an inspection and
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
One of the things that when you're doing these inspections and you see a lot of cars, the Daea board doesn't have a lot of authority when it comes to junk vehicles, but it's state law. So revert back to state law, and you're more than welcome to, I can send you the state law, and you're more than welcome to say, hey, the sheriff's department, the sheriff's office has, and the sheriff, like we inform you that this is a violation of state law.
Yes,
So,
okay,
I've been
yeah.
collecting. Sometimes it kind of, people don't understand, or they don't know sometimes that you can't have 20 cars in your lot.
Well, and there's a bit of a mix-up with her as well, because there are 7 drivers in their house, so they have a lot of vehicles, but they also have project cars, so it looks like worse than it is.
A project car to one guy is junk to the next.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so next is case 2024-18. This is 3470C Tays Valley Road in Hurricane. On this one, at the last meeting, we had received the green card So they were notified, but they had not reached out to us. She actually called and spoke with me on June 6th, the day of our last meeting, right after the meeting. She had misplaced her letter and had missed the meeting, but had intended to come. She stated at that time that they had already began cleaning up their property, that some of the stuff there is actually theirs that they use for projects and things, but that she could get it organized and that she wanted to attend the next meeting. At that time, the meeting was scheduled for July 4th, and we hadn't rescheduled it, so I told her I would get back with her on the date. I have not been able to reach her since then, so she's not here to speak. But she did. There are pictures from our inspection that was done June 24th that shows some progress.
I make a motion to table this until the next meeting.
And do it, and try to get a hold of her to invite her over to
Yes.
speak on the matter.
Yes, yeah, her phone has been disconnected, so I've called a few times, so I'll keep trying.
Might want to send her a letter to us.
Okay, yep, that's what I'll do.
All right. I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Okay, the next one on the agenda is case 2024-19. This is at 188 Margaret Drive in Nitro. Destiny actually stopped by there this morning, and you have pictures there from her visit that she brought in, which are a little more recent than the pictures we took June 26th, and actually show some progress. It looks like he took care of the weeds and overgrown vegetation, but there is still maybe a little debris around. The property owner did call this morning and spoke with me and stated that he had been working on the cleanup, and he gave me the impression that he felt the cleanup was complete.
You're here to speak on this matter?
Real
I
quick.
am.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Can I get a motion for Mr. Smoot to take over the meeting as president?
I'll make a motion to have Chairman Smoot take over.
I'll second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Mr. Smoot.
Good morning. My apologies. Go ahead.
I'm a neighbor, and we are kind of at our wits' end with this gentleman. Since we originally started with this project, he has brought in another camper. He has brought in additional junk. My theory is the law has been out there at least once or twice a week since this gentleman has been there. He has broken into different people's outbuildings, been on our property, helps himself to our water. In the mornings, the burning feces matter is ridiculous. We've been fighting this basically with this gentleman without the court's help for 2 years now. My theory is he says that he doesn't have the money to install the utilities, but 3 nights we listened to fireworks from this gentleman. And if you've got money to do fireworks, clean your mess up. You know, it's like another neighbor had to call a couple weeks ago because he was going up their side property, and Mr. Young asked him, "What are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm going up here and tear this camper down," which is off at XL Road. Putnam County did send a deputy up. I'm not sure what they found out, but it's just a menace. I mean, we never really was bothered with the rats and the stench. We got the 2 homes that were dilapidated and burned out. Thankfully for the courts, we got those taken care of. But now we've just got another mess. I personally think that he's just given a runaround story. Enough's enough.
I'm with you 100%. As the sheriff, I can sit here and say, he's playing the system, he's doing all this stuff.
You know, we've given him, and you know, Sheriff, I'm the type of person, if I know you're hungry, I'll feed you. but don't come and steal from me in the process. There's gunshots. He claims he's killing rabbits and squirrels. We're in a community. We don't need
I
this.
think he's a convicted felon. If you see him with a firearm, or anybody up there sees him, take a picture of it. That's a 5-year federal stamp. We'll find him somewhere to stay.
Okay? I've gotten other pictures, but I haven't gotten a picture of him with, it's just like the shed that he tore down on Mr. Postal. And he claimed he didn't do it. I have pictures, and according to Mr. Postal, he was supposed to have gotten time from it. I'm the type of person, I'll help you, but don't steal. Don't break in. You go to mow your grass and you have to lock your front door. 2 days ago, I caught him in my backyard. I said, look, this is it. I live by myself. I catch you there. Going to be problems. How can he bring another camper in is my question.
Well, he can't. But the problem with with us at this board is we don't have a lot of teeth when it comes to this stuff. If he's not violating the law, then I can't come into it as a sheriff. If he's not, waste management or the waste treatment, one of those things. There's just different things. We're all put here for certain reasons, and we try to find some way to attack this problem. He's good at skirting those problems, which falls right back in your lap. And that's why we're trying.
Well, you know how long I fought to get
I know.
the drugs out.
Yep.
And the state police and the Putnam County Sheriff, they were wonderful. That they were great because there was a couple officers that would just sit out there, wait for movement, they turn their lights on. Come here. And we finally got that out. But now it's such an environmental threat. I don't want to smell poop burning.
It is, the health department,
Well, he has issued a letter for sewer services. I do not see him chucking any waste over the
That's because it's
shopping
in,
bag.
that's because it's in that little steel container that he claims is his cooking, and it's burning every morning. Every morning.
I did notice a weird smell on there.
Yeah, he did not give me the impression that he intends to seek water, sewer, or electricity.
he's not going to, and
Yeah.
he doesn't have the means to do it.
That is what he
just-
said,
he's not
yeah.
going to.
And like I said, us as a community, we would help him. But don't break into our outbuilding, or don't come and hook up our water hose, or don't run an electric cord across the street when you catch the man gone, because, and I hate to say this, eventually someone is going to do something. It's,
Here's 2 things this division could help you with, but you're gonna have to help yourself with your neighbor. One is a firearm. If you catch him if you get a picture of him with a firearm, that's evidence. I can turn that over to the feds and, hey, convicted felon with a firearm, they'll build a case. Okay? The second thing is theft of utilities. If he runs an extension cord, water hose, or anything from a house, it's not his, and using it, that's called theft of utility.
I've got pictures of it.
That's against the law. That's another thing we can charge him with. So, Larry, do you have any, as an attorney representing kind of us, you got anything else you think we could do with that? I mean, we could stack charges is what we do, if we could do things like that, maybe
And I
we
have
could.
explained to Mr. Large what would happen if he did not.
I've listened to him get very vocal with her, to the point to where neighbors were standing in the street waiting for him to do something. We shouldn't have to live like that.
You're exactly right.
And I'm trying to work with Mr. Large, but I got extremely frustrated when I actually ran into him on Allison Road one day for another complaint, similar situation. But he told me he wasn't living there, only to hear
never been one for honesty and integrity.
Up till then, you know, it's been awesome.
Is there anything else we can do with this?
Well,
Any help?
we understand.
That's all we ask, is just, we understand that your all's hands are tied, but we had to start somewhere.
So what if we make a motion to table this until next month, and we can start building our individual cases?
I second that motion.
Thank you all.
You're very welcome.
Any further comments or questions? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Next.
Okay, next is case 2024-21. This is at 47 Fifth Avenue North.
And I agree with everything she said, because we just bought property there. And we paid, what's $300,000 for property, we just, look, I moved out to North County, okay? And if you want to know why I moved out to North County, we go to South Mountain. And you turn on the big water road, and you will find the worst truck car in the world. And Cologne County allows this individual to get away with it. Now, I moved to Buckingham County because I think we have a better place to live. And we don't need that something like this get started, because once you get started, it's like trying to stop a bunch of rats. You're all over the place, people are crying. Man, just stop it. Before it gets worse.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you.
We totally agree.
Okay, so case 2024-21 at 47 Fifth Avenue North in Hometown. The property owner has been notified. The green card was received June 3rd. There still has been no contact from the property owner. We conducted a follow-up inspection on June 24th that shows that they did take care of the overgrown yard on the side and the back, and it looks like there might be a little bit less stuff on the porch, but it's minimal
Who owns
progress.
this?
It's
And is it?
Granville DeWeese?
Is it occupied?
Yes, yep, they live there. Yep, and Granville DeWeese owns it. Homer DeWeese signed for the letter. But like I said, they haven't actually reached out to us or requested any time for cleanup or made any arrangements, but there has been a little bit of work done. They didn't bring their stuff.
So what do we need to do? Are they in the 90-day period?
No, at the last meeting, we just sort of voted to give them until this meeting to get in contact with us or to make some progress, because we've not spoken with them at all.
Did we stipulate what we were going to do if they didn't?
No. Nope, just a follow-up before today's meeting to see if they were going to make any progress or reach out to us.
Does anybody have any recommendations?
I feel like, given that they did maintenance their yard and it appears to be a little bit less stuff, the pile's a little lower than it was at the beginning, maybe just give them another 30 days and see if they make any more progress, and then if not, go to the county commission.
Based on staff recommendations, is there a motion to do that?
Make a motion to table this for 30 days, awaiting any more progress for our next meeting.
Is there a second? Any further comments or questions? All in favor, signify by aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay. And then our last case in unfinished business is 2024-22. This is at 61 4th Avenue South in Hometown. This is the one where a property owner had actually received the letter and reached out to us and said he'd hired a crew to clean up the property. And we had given him a 30-day extension to complete that. So we did a follow-up inspection on June 24th to look at his progress, and you have the pictures there. They certainly did maintenance the yard and spray the weeds. You can see that they have died, and yes. So I think that everything that he planned to do has been done. He did allude to a future renovation of the property to actually make it livable, but I don't know what the status on that process is.
This is gonna continue being a problem. It's just that
Yeah, it has been vacant for years.
Do we have any new pictures on that?
June 24th are the ones on the iPad there, and those are the new ones. Yeah, that's after the cleanup.
Who's the property owner here?
This was Bob Johns. It is NAJ LLC listed as the property owner, but Robert or Bob Johns himself is the one that actually reached out and said that he intended to renovate this property.
I know I've been in 2009.
Yeah.
Make a motion to move to the commission.
Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
Any further comments or questions? All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. New business?
We have one case on new business. This is case 2024-11 at 21 Windy Hill Drive in Liberty. I did get with the property owner's brother-in-law. We finally have gotten them notified. Brother-in-law Gary Hess reached out and to me yesterday we spoke, and he said that he had actually gotten a crew out to start the cleanup as of yesterday morning. The property owner has had a recent stroke and is in failing health, and so his sister and her husband are taking responsibility to clean this up. He requested 30 days in an email that he sent to me to get that completed.
I make a motion, we give 30 days, but make a note that I drive by this every day, so.
Yes.
Is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Any further comments or questions? All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
I don't have anything new for the staff report. And then, that's it.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
We are adjourned at 11:52. 10:50.